Yeah. What up, Fight World? We gotta talk. What's up? Man, them numbers. Trying to look at these numbers. Hold on. What's up with everyone? Actually, let me take get these AirPods. One second.
Can y'all hear? I guess I was connected to Bluetooth. You guys hear me? Yeah, I guess it was still on Bluetooth. What's up with everybody? Good morning. So let me give y'all the scoop. First of all, I haven't slept. I'm at the hotel, but I'm in Brooklyn. Anyway, I'm at the hotel, haven't slept. I've been having a hard time sleeping on the plane. I've been having a hard time sleeping on a plane. Like it just has. I used to be able to fall asleep on planes. I don't know. Maybe I got bigger or something. Like it's like super uncomfortable. Anyway, I haven't slept. I'm at my hotel in the lobby. They don't have any rooms because New York time is it's like 11, 12, something like that. So the rooms haven't been cleaned yet. So I'm gonna end this when they call me and say the room is ready. So I'm just chilling because I don't have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. I'm gonna try to sleep before the wildest shit. I hope I can make it to the one. I'm tired as shit. But he's supposed to have a big announcement. Thanks for speaking on this. I got tired of going back and forth with the Canelo fanboys. Man, this shit funny, bro. Let's talk about the topic. Oh shit, I almost dropped my shit. Let's talk about the topic of this video. So here's the deal. Smash the like button. Um, Reports came out. You know the Nevada State Athletic Committee. Oh my God, he's gonna turn it right here. You guys are gonna have to deal with the background noise. He has this big ass fan. It actually feels kind of good though, but it's probably loud. Listen. Anyway, this reports came out. The Nevada State Athletic Commission, the the registers and numbers get turned into them, and then reports were done like regarding it. So they said the live gate for Canelo versus Jacobs was $8.7 million. $8.7 million live gate. That's what they said. So that's the biggest fight this year. I don't know what Spence Garcia did live gate. I don't know if the information ever really came out like that. But I don't know what the live gate was. But that beat the other fight, Broner Pacquiao, live gate. That fight did like 6 million, 6 or 7 million, and Canelo did 8.7. Listen, I'm I'm I've been very fair, very objective. I'm really starting to wonder if the zone is definitely upside down. He said Tracy Morgan did his thing. Hey, y'all trolling. I'm wondering if the zone is upside down because listen, I did a quick video about it, right? And bro, old media is dead. I don't know why y'all still be like, they be trying to use it. Nobody believes this stupid shit, bro. It's okay, you know. But anyway, oh shit, he had that loud ass fan on, and I'm like talking hella loud because I'm trying to talk over the fan, and then he turned it off, so I'm like, ah! And then and then he turned it off, so I sound like ridiculously loud. But anyway, here's the thing: y'all can say whatever you want, but new media, this is our season. We calling it fair. We calling it real. I'm really wondering if the zone is upside down. People on my video where I was talking about the hitting the dislike button, hitting the like button. Like I don't care about that stuff. That's if that makes you feel better, and enjoy. But the message is still getting out. That's what's most important. That's what's most important. That the message gets out. So here's why. Okay, if that's the biggest fight this year, success wise, you know, because Broner Pacquiao did 6 million, and that did 8.7 million, you would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, it did good then, right? Because it beat Broner Pacquiao. But you gotta look at this deeper, because some people were leaving that in the comment section today. Oh, that's a decent number. That did good. No, it's not. Here's why. If y'all want me to break this down, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Y'all got to get them likes up. Again, this is not a channel for if you don't want to have objective boxing related conversations. This is not the channel for you. This really isn't. If y'all want me to break it down, why I don't think that's a good sign for the zone, can I get a hell yeah and smash the like button? Listen, so they said Broner Pacquiao did about 6 million. Canelo Jacobs did about 8.7 million. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So you would be like, okay, that's the biggest grossing fight this year. Then it has to, we have to celebrate that number. No, because there's other parameters that have to be looked at. That have to be looked. So, for example, this Broner Pacquiao was a fucking pay-per-view. This is common sense, people. Whether people complained or not, it was a pay-per-view, right? They were charging $75 a head. Shout out to James on the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Money gang. Just do simple math. The zone is the one saying pay-per-view ain't dead, or pay-per-view is dead. Broner and Pacquiao didn't say that because I was at the fight, but they charged pay-per-view for it. So they're charging $75 a head. James was popping. So they charging $75 a head. So yeah, the Broner Pacquiao did like 360,000. Canelo did 600 concurrent streams. That could mean any number of things when you realize that you can have $100 annual subscriptions, you can have $9.99 a month subscriptions, and you can have $19.99 a month subscriptions. As well as this, people try to use tricky wording, concurrent streams. That just means streams are airing at the same time. But I know from having DAZN, they allow you to use multiple devices. I've had, at one point, I had my iMac, MacBook Pro laptop, and my phone connected to it. You know, I should have tried the iPad too, and they're all connected. So, they like, so if I connect my iPad, my iMac, my MacBook Pro, and I got two phones, that's five devices. So that's, at home I can have five concurrent streams. I don't know how many devices they allow, but most companies allow 3 to 6 at least. Like my Hulu Plus account, I just set it up because it came with my Spotify. Spotify sent me an email said, "Hey, you already got Spotify. You can get Hulu for free." So I set it up, and under my account, I gave a sub account for my parents. It says you can do up to 8 profiles. So I'm not impressed by 600,000 streams in the US, like I said, because concurrent streams, unless it's paying so much more, and I don't think so. It's like, I mean, just look at the record industry. It's like physical records and albums versus streams. I've seen some in music, some of the streams, the artists, unless you're doing like Drake, his last album, that double album, Scorpion, unless you're doing his type of streaming numbers, them streams, the record labels get over. Record labels get over because they're not, it takes a lot of streams to equate to a lot of money. But anyway, either way, there's more than one way to have concurrent streams. You can have multiple devices. But beyond all that, the biggest thing is this. Broner Pacquiao is a pay-per-view. This is what DAZN said they're staying away from. So Canelo Jacobs will use the 600,000, even though I know that's not a true number. I know that's not a true number because that concurrent streams. But whatever. We'll use 600. Broner Pacquiao was supposed to do like 350, 360, 380. So Canelo Jacobs at a cheaper price point didn't didn't even do half, didn't even do more than 2 times the amount. Do you get what I'm saying? Because Broner Pacquiao did, I don't know the exact number, 360, 370, 380. Half of 600 is 300. So they didn't more than double the number. And I don't even think they did that because, like I said, the concurrent streams is tricky. But the biggest difference is $75 a pop. So when you put that into perspective, the live gate, Broner and Pacquiao, they said did 6 million and change. Canelo did 8 million and change. So your live gate off rip has like 1.7 million more, let's say. But then on the back end, you're charging $9.99. You're charging $19.99. I really don't think there's the bulk of their customers is gonna have that $100 price point. Let's just be real. So the bulk of your people are paying either $19.99 or $9.99. So I don't know. That sounds That sounds like the event is not winning. But beyond that, fuck that fight. Broner's gonna still be able to sell, and Pacquiao's about to fight Keith Thurman. So PBC, if you look at it, that's just one drop in the bucket. You get what I'm saying? That's just one drop. That's just one fucking fight. If Keith Thurman, I mean, if Pacquiao Broner was a guy that a lot of people didn't even give a shot to beat Pacquiao, and it did that number. So imagine Keith Thurman. I would imagine more people are giving Keith Thurman a shot to win. So it should be able to do similar numbers, if not better, realistically better. But summer fight, stuff like that. But then you look at Canelo, he did, let's say, 1.7 million more at the live gate, but his revenue for the streams, there's no way it's competing with 370 at $75 a pop. I mean, I don't see it. At least DAZN. I know Canelo has like marketing in Mexico, like distribution and stuff. So he might be eating some more off of that. I don't know. But I'm talking about like DAZN. Like, so it's really making me wonder if they're upside down. You gotta really, and some people are making these excuses. This is how old media, old media is getting destroyed, bro. Because old media, this is what they always do. When they can't argue, when they can't argue, they just say, man, who cares about these numbers? I just like boxing. They say stupid shit like that. So they'll be at a, they'll be trying to come at new media and argue all this bullshit for years and years. And then when they lose traction and when they don't have nothing to really argue, then they try to take it back to like, I just like boxing. I like it. I just like good boxing. No, we're not doing that. I know what they're trying to do. They like to old media like to start a bunch of shit, and then when we analyze what the fuck they talking about, then when they see they don't have a leg to stand on, they try to revert back to the nice guy. Like, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, right? That's the type of attitude that they have. You know. Remember when the Joker, Michael Keaton, Batman was about to punch him, and the Joker put on some glasses and said, "You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses." That's what. That's exactly what old media be trying to do. They do all this shit to talk shit, and then we start analyzing what's been said by them, by old media, what's been written by them, articles and videos and stuff. And then now when they see their point, alleged points not making sense, then they want to scream peace. That's not how that works. We still gonna talk about it because it's something it's worth talking about. Um, I don't know. I just don't see how Canelo versus Jacobs would be deemed a massive blockbuster success. Here's the other kicker: Canelo versus Triple G, 1 and 2. Two, the live gate was 27 million plus, like 27.6 million or some shit, right? 27 million. That's what Canelo Golovkin 2 did. And then the first fight did like, I think 24 million. So it was in the 20s. Live gate. So to go from Canelo Triple G 1 and 2, doing anywhere from like 23 to 28 million live gate, and then Canelo on Cinco de Mayo fighting a unification on DAZN, and the numbers drop that significantly, that's not good. That's not good at all. He went from 27 million live gate with Triple G, and people are making all the excuses in the world. Oh, Triple G fight had been brewing for years. Man, Canelo is fighting on a Mexican American holiday. See, you know what the funny? This is bad for y'all. This is real bad for you. And when y'all, I'm referring to old media because once again, listen to what I say, listen to what they say. I literally just did a video before any of these reports came out, and I said Canelo is not who you want him to be. He's not Mayweather. He's not James Toney. I literally did the video. I know you motherfuckers seen it because it had like 500 dislikes. So I know you seen it. I told you Canelo is not who you want him to be. I say that, new media, I stand 10 toes down. And guess what? You see what I'm talking about. He, how, listen, man, y'all getting bodied. Sad time. This is a sad time. Alexander Wilson, $10 super chat. According to Sports Pro, DAZN has received 2.28 in investment money, and their debt has dropped by 90%. In 2008, DAZN revenue was 354 revenue. In 2018, Triple G is a way bigger draw. I don't even know what you're putting, bro. According to Sport, I don't even know who Sports Pro is. I don't know what. Thank you for the money, though. Thank you for the $10. I don't even know what you're saying. I don't know Sports Pro. I don't even know who that is. What is these dudes just listen. Like real talk, I don't give a fuck if who said what, bro. He said, "Ha ha ha! Thank you for the money, though, bro." These dudes is they desperately trying to save face, and it's funny. They keep telling me like I don't even know who Sports Pro is, and you talking about 2018? Fuck all that. I'm talking about 2019. Like I don't need nobody to babysit me and to talk simple math, bro. Simple math. Simple math. If Canelo was doing $20 million live gates, $27 million for his better fight, stuff like that, right? And it drops down to 8.6 million, that's something you should consider. Because, I mean, I don't have the figure off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's easy to pull up. I bet you, I bet you any kind of money, Canelo versus Julio Cesar Chavez, that particular fight did a better live gate than this fight. $10 super chat from Dave. The zone is trash. Y'all, why y'all going in? I'm just trying to analyze this shit. He said DAZN is trash. Couldn't even watch the Canelo fight the next day without interruption. I gave up. It was so bad. LOL. Damn, y'all going in. Ego about to get demons and witches in Gmail. What happened? Bro, that's not okay. You guys can send whoever Sports Pro, and I mean, I don't really care about. I don't care if Kobe Bryant said it. It's very easy to see if Canelo, his bigger fights like Cotto, Chavez, obviously Floyd. That goes without saying. But the Triple G fights, if they're doing, I'm sure all those fights did than better live gates than the Danny Jacobs. That's something you need to look at because one, Danny Jacobs versus Canelo, I thought was a big fight everybody was looking forward to. I was looking forward to it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that shows you a couple of things. It shows you that Canelo's star power is probably not even what people are saying. It shows you that the promotion could have been better, which is all stuff that I said. I told you the promotion could have been better. Y'all gotta smash the like button because the haters are finna come. The haters are finna come because they can't do anything else but hate. So I need Eagles Army to rep and stand up for something. He said child groomer. I don't know what that is. That guy in the super chat is leaving out the fact that all those investments are DAZN's entire business portfolio. Boxing for DAZN is losing. Ooh, see, now we talking some talk. Shout out to World Breaker. Boxing for DAZN is losing big money. DAZN has purchased rights for NFL. See, that's what I'm saying. Like you guys are sending me reports from two, bro. Old media is so desperate. He just paid me $10 to try to change the narrative. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking what I'm talking because of the recent news and I'm analyzing it. People are paying money to try to sway and persuade you guys to feel something else. That's crazy. I told you, new media is real. Bro, they paying money to try to confuse y'all. That's insane. That's insane. But thanks for the money. Thank you. Juan Lopez says Ego always hating on Mexican fighters. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. You gotta show receipts, Juan Lopez. Yeah, show receipts. That's what we waiting for. Anywho, it still don't change nothing. It doesn't change nothing. Listen, just Ego's army. I'm. Ta- he says I'm always hating on Mexican fighters for talking about established reported numbers and comparing those numbers to Canelo's past numbers. Somehow that makes me hating on an ethnicity. This shit is funny, bro. This is funny. But anyway, that's not gonna stop anything. Alexander Wilson, $5. Dan Rayfield said the Canelo Jacobs fight generated more revenue in new subscriptions than roughly 48 million cost of the main event for DAZN. Dan Rayfield also said that Jared Hurd beat J Rock. So, he says a lot of stuff. Bro, they're they're paying money. They are paying money to you. They're paying money to try to confuse you. This shit is funny. Bro, Dan Rayfield he said a lot of stuff. He said J Rock lost, and we all know that wasn't true. So I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't seen him say nothing, and I don't care what he said, bro. Listen, Canelo versus Triple G2 did 27 million live gate. That's what the report says. The first one did 20 something mil as well, but not quite that. That was a big fight. This was perceived to be a good fight that people wanted to see. Maybe not quite as big as Triple G, but it didn't even do half of 27 is not 8.7, right? That's a 68% drop. That's a 68% drop from his last performance in that same very building. Bro, and it's funny because I just told y'all Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter, but he's not who you want him to be. People are making it like Canelo is like the biggest star, like no matter who he fights. That's clearly not it. Because with the lack of promotion, his last fight didn't drop his live gate for a good fight. That's see, okay, if it was Rocky Fielding, I could understand. You see you guys are not knowing the implications for this. If he was fighting Rocky Fielding or something like that, or Liam Smith, I wouldn't expect no crazy live gate from that. You know what I'm saying? He fought Daniel Jacobs in what I thought was a big fight that everyone wanted to see on the Mexican date that he wanted to claim. See, how is it that Floyd Mayweather historically fought on those quote unquote Mexican dates and his live gate numbers are all better than that? Always. Always. I told y'all. Y'all, y'all want to. Hey, block Jeremy Bailey. He's putting some Bible shit. I don't even know what he's talking about. Hey, block Jeremy. What the fuck? This man think he's Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 or something. I don't know what he's talking about. Anywho, that's the reality. I told you. I just did a video. Canelo's not who you want him to be. I just told you guys that. Canelo's not who you want him to be. Mayweather had those dates and be see, and now I'm starting to understand it, bro. And I've already understood it, but I told you. Mayweather, people paid because they knew he was good. No matter what they said, they knew he was good. They knew he was hard to beat. Canelo is a good fighter, but he doesn't look super hard to. He doesn't look like there's not the same allure of if he can be beat, because in the mind of fans, he has been beat more than once. Floyd never been beat. They knew how good he was. So people paid, whether you paid to see him win or paid to see him lose, you knew, you just always purchased to see, you know, to see if, someone can give him a run for his money, knock him down, beat him. I don't think that's the question with Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Block Roa, Castillo beat Mayweather. I don't condone lies. These dudes just be lying. It's just a bunch of lies, bro. So I say Ward beat Kovalev. They say shut up, you're a liar, even though he got awarded the victory. I say I thought Danny Jacobs beat Triple G. They say no, Triple G won. We're not playing that game. So when I think Ward beat Kovalev and explain why, you say no, he lost. You're a liar, even though he was awarded a unanimous decision. And then when I think Danny Jacobs should have got the decision over Triple G, you say, no, Triple G beat him. Damn, old media is getting torched. They really are. This is sad. Hello, child groomer. Hey, block all this dumb shit. You guys see what they're doing. They're trying to cause confusion like normal. Period. Do you see how every single time, like when we're just having a stream where it's not about like a marquee huge fighter, these motherfuckers don't show up. But then when it's a fighter that they want to try to protect or whatever, they come with all these distractions. Block Jose Cruz. Bro, I don't care what you said. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. I don't care what you guys are talking about. Go listen. Go start a Castillo beat Mayweather channel and build up your following. I'm sure a lot of people will subscribe to you. Get off my shit. I don't care what you're talking about. See, they want to talk about Floyd fights from 13 years ago and stuff, rather than we talking about Canelo. We we talking about Canelo's live gate. They still talk about Mayweather. This is what they always do. Somebody hit me up on Twitter, and he said, "Oh yeah." He said, "What's Charlo's live gate gonna be?" Ah ha 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 ha. You guys don't get it. It don't matter. Charlo don't have nothing to do with this. Charlo's not getting paid $35 million. So let's talk about that aspect of it. The other reason why these numbers don't seem all too impressive is block Alberto Ramiro. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. We gonna get some order back in here ASAP. Thank you. So the reason why these numbers are being scrutinized is for a lot of reasons. One, you have people like Eddie Hearn, who's like one of the front men for Dazn, and he said Showtime is going out of business in a year. So we're waiting for that to happen. October 2019, Showtime should be out of business, according to Eddie Hearn. Another reason is DAZN as a company has took the initiative to claim and proclaim that pay-per-view is dead. So we have to analyze and entertain that argument. Is pay-per-view truly dead as it relates to boxing? See, like Tupac said, niggas love all. He said niggas love to scream peace after they start some shit. That's so. DAZN came out with this whole marketing ploy or tagline, mantra, whatever you want to call it, that pay per view was dead. Don't get mad at me for looking at it, looking at what they said, and analyzing it. It's that simple. How could you be mad at me? I didn't say pay per view was dead. They did. So now when your foot's to the fire, and people are analyzing if pay-per-view is dead, and the business model based on the conversations that you basically created by narratives that you were pushing, then it's fair game. Icy the one $10 super chat. Eagle, I hate to interrupt, but this is bigger boxing. A woman in my hometown of Baytown was murdered. I seen that. I seen the cop thing. Like that was fucking disgusting. She said she was pregnant too. You can find the story on Fox Houston. We must stop these cops. Yeah, rest in peace and condolences to her family. I literally just seen that before I started the stream. It was disgusting, and he popped her like multiple times, and I'm pretty sure she said I'm pregnant, and that would look way excessive force. Like she was on the ground. It's not, man. Prayers to my people in Baytown. Yeah, y'all got to look up that story. It just keeps happening. That's why new media is so important. We got a lot of shit going on in this world in general. What happened, fam, from the beginning? What happened? Why did he do that? You guys got to look it up. It's Baytown. It's not even something you probably want to see. It's like very graphic. It was some kind of, I don't know why, because someone was filming, a bystander was filming it. So I don't even know how it started because it kind of comes on in the middle. And he was just like, oh man, she fighting the cop. And then the cop was like, pop, 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 pop. And he was like, what the fuck? And backed up and shit. Crazy. But um yeah, make sure you guys smash the like button. Smash the like button. Anyway, the reason we're analyzing these Canelo numbers, this happened in Texas. Baytown, Tech. Just type in Baytown, it should come up. Police Baytown or something. Search those keywords. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about that because YouTube, for traumatic events, they can screen my. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes they like when new stuff just happens and massacres and stuff, they'll screen my stream, you know, to the point where it won't go out and stuff because we're talking about a recent trauma and stuff. So you guys got to look that up, educate yourself. But shout out to Icy. Shout out to Corona, California. Carlos Jose Hernandez just sent $10 on PayPal. I just got the little message. I can't check the what you put because I'm on the device, so I can't. If you left a message, I have to look at it after. No, that's all good, Icy. I know. I would have been hot about that too. I didn't know you were in that part. Eagle Army Wilder's almost sold out. Damn. Well, he has some kind of big announcement, so we're gonna see what it is. But oh, here's the other thing. So the report said that you guys can try your best to go against new media, but we're spitting facts. So it don't get no better than facts. Canelo Jacobs, De La Hoya said that it sold $20,000. I mean 20,000 seats or some shit. That's what Golden Boy said. But then the actual report shows that 15,033 tickets or something like that were sold, and then they comped 1,300 tickets. So that would still put them at 17 and change. So that's about 3,000 short of capacity that they said that they were at. So, I mean, somebody, I just got $10 from it. It said top rank. It said top rank SEO. Hey, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy with these names. Shout out to Big Time. Much love from Texas. Everybody's sending super chats right now. I don't know why. This is just a regular stream. Oh, why is your name Top Rank CEO? Oh, that's your company name. Oh, shout out to you. I was like, Top Rank. I'm like, what's Bob Arum sending money and shit? I gotta give boxing ego. Okay, that's your name. Okay, that makes sense. Shout out to you. It just popped up on the screen. It said Top Rank. I'm like, what the hell? I know I got yours, Carlos, but I can't read the message because I'm in the actual app, so I can't read it in front of the crowd because they have my bag. I don't even have my laptop because they I checked in because I'm just waiting for my room to open up. But anyway, peep this. They said Canelo sold 15,000 tickets, right? 15,000 tickets. They comped 1,300, so that puts them at 1,700 ish. You know, De La Hoya and Golden Boy said they sold 20,000. You know, so that number was inaccurate. It wasn't a sellout. You know, but here's the thing: 1,700, that's a cool crowd, or 15,000, that's a cool crowd. But we're talking about Canelo on Cinco de Mayo. He listen. He begged for the Mexican dates, the quote unquote Mexican dates. That's what he said. You know, he had the opportunity to fight Floyd and beat him and capture those dates and become a cash cow that way, and he couldn't, and he lost, and he lost bad. Then he said, like, you know, those are his dates, and he's fighting in May and September. But the thing is, he's a Mexican fighter from Guadalajara, and he's fighting on the date, and he's not doing like a legendary live gate with what I thought was a good fight. So you tell me, something's not something's not clicking. Something's not clicking. 15,000 tickets sold, 600,000 in the U.S. And they said 8.6 million for the live gate. Those numbers don't blow you away. They don't blow you away. And here's the thing. I keep telling you guys, the zone they reported to the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I made a video about it that they were giving Canelo $35 million. Him by himself. $35 million, right? Danny Jacobs is getting 2.5 to, let's say, 15 million, because I heard they owe him 10 million or something. I don't know, but on the paper it said 2.5, but I heard he was getting up to 10. I don't know how they were paying him, but whatever. So we'll use, you know, we'll use like medians that we've heard. Canelo, his was listed at 35. $35 million. Let's say Danny Jacobs got, I don't want to say five. Five would be 40 million. So let's say eight. That's $43 million. So if he got closer to 10 and 15, some of the other numbers we were hearing, because some people complained and said, oh man, how's Canelo getting 35 million? Jacobs is getting 2.5. So some people were saying, oh, that's ridiculous. Why is Jacobs getting so little money? And they're like, oh, he's supposed to get more. But I don't really know what they had arranged for him, because there is no back end if you're not doing pay-per-view per se, right? Plus, you got to consider Daddy Jacobs. Daddy Jacobs didn't do the weigh-in. So he was on paper. It said Canelo 35 million. That was reported to the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and it said Jacobs was getting 2.5, and then he had $1 million worth of penalties for not listening to the same day weight check that was added into the contract. So I don't know how much he's getting, but that's 35 million plus 8, that's 43 million. So let's say 43 to 50 million dollars on your main event only. That's a lot of payout. That's a lot of payout. People people keep wrongly doing this is the old media shit. I just want y'all to pay attention to it. People keep saying like, "Oh, what's Charlo's live gate?" Ah, Charlo don't have nothing to do with this. For one, nobody said Charlo's the biggest face of boxing and the biggest star in boxing. That's what the title that's given to Canelo. So we're already off of that alone talking about different things. Two, Charlo builds up his fights. This fight wasn't built up. Three, Charlo ain't getting $35 million by himself. And if he is, it's going to be a pay-per-view. So, there's a the zone's leaving a lot to be desired and a lot to be questioned. It's really seeming like, and damn, are they upside down? Because I can't. You get 8.6 million live gate. You know, you have to pay for promotion. You have to pay for your undercard. Your main event's hogging up the. You know, your main event's hogging up the a lot of the money, especially Canelo, 35 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And you did 600,000 streams. Like Manny Pacquiao's fighting, I think a good fight with Keith Thurman. They said Pacquiao's going to get about $20 million. So Canelo's getting 15 million more, but Pacquiao's fight confirmed is going to be on Fox pay-per-view. So once again, the pay-per-view method, the pay-per-view concept, the pay-per-view infrastructure, it allows for that because you lean on Pacquiao's fans of boxing, to support and pay for that. And if it's a good fight and if it does good numbers, then now it becomes more and more justifiable giving someone this large chunk of change for one particular fight. This is just common sense. Like, okay, let's say I was rich, you know, let's say I was a millionaire. But then I paid someone to wash my car. Something washing your car comes and goes. Your car gets dirty again. And I was paying every time the person washed my car, and they're doing it monthly. I was paying them $5,500, $5,500. That would be excessive for a car wash. Something that's gonna get dirt. You feel what I'm saying? $5,500 for a car wash. Two car washes, you've already cleared $11,000, right? So 2 months, and if this is something ongoing, that I mean, who's who can budget like that? Do you get what I'm saying? And the thing with DAZN is new, and DAZN is there's not a contract based. It's come as you go, unless you pay annually, and even in that you can still cancel and get a prorated amount. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? So even if people jump like, oh, I love Canelo, that's not guaranteeing that you're keeping the fans. The keeping the fans comes from the supplemental content and the in between fights that you're putting on. And they're not. My bad, I was getting a call. Anyway, even if people spring for the Canelo fight, which it doesn't seem like his whole fan base did, but even if they spring for it, how you gonna keep them? Triple G, Steve Rolls. Like, listen, there's some cool fights, but like, I want to see me. But see, listen, this is the thing. I'm a diehard boxing fan, so I like boxing. I want to see Dillian White versus Oscar Rivas, but I don't think that's a big fight. Joshua Ruiz, I'm not mad at it because I'm a boxing head, but I don't think that's a big fight. Anui's fighting in the World Boxing Super Series in the semifinals. Anui's raw to me. I like watching Anui, but I don't think it's a big fight. So you get what I'm saying? I feel like those fights don't reach additional markets at all. You get what I'm saying? Like the moderate to casual market, it doesn't really strike a chord with them, especially in America where Dazn is being pitched. Like who's you don't see a bunch of casuals talking about Oscar Rivas and Dillian White, even though I think it's a good fight. I like it personally. You get what I'm saying? Because and this I told you everything goes through new media now. Y'all thought I was joking. Everything goes through new media. You got to start treating these American fighters with some fucking respect and the American fans. It's that simple. Because guess what? There's a lot of great fighters from around the world, but if you want to sell something to America and Americans and you want to actually pitch it to them, then you have to at least make sure that you've done your job to give them the type of exposure so they're familiar. Like I used this example before. What if I came to your house and you know me, but I brought somebody that you'd never met before, never really heard about before, and then I say, "Hey, I'm about to go to work. I'll come pick them up in 8 hours," and I just left you with them. You would be like, "What the fuck? I don't want this person at my house. I don't know him like that." Right? Who, if you knew me and I swung by and I said, "Hey, this is my boy Jeff. My name is Jeff." Right? This is my boy Jeff, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm about to go to punch in the Lowe's. I gotta work 8 hours. Can he stay here? All right, later." And then I just left you with him, and you don't know him from a can of paint. You'd be like, "Man, hell no!" Like, hey, come get your boy. My name is Jeff. Right? Because no one would. That would be at best it'd be awkward. You know, it'd be one thing with some little kids or some shit, but like, just to have some grown ass person you never really knew. That. So why you think? Why do these companies think you could put Tyson Fury, Tom Schwartz in Vegas, and you expect Americans to just shell out cash? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to promote Dillian White's fight in America like once on a top rank card. Oscar Rivas ain't really been built up in America either. So it's cool for the hardcore fans, but I feel like it's not going to reach a lot of people. Versus Deontay Wilder, he's doing his bid to win fans. Like he's doing knocking people out for one. Everyone likes knockouts. But two, like to this day, doing shit like that. And he's at the fights taking pictures. He's doing the PR stuff. He's making himself accessible, making people like, he was on a reality show. All that stuff adds up, man. You know what I mean? You see him at the Final Four game, all that stuff adds up. Why do you think politicians go from city to city and kiss babies and shit? That stuff adds up. They're seeing you doing your part. But the game's getting crazy right now. And they got a lot of fights that they're just trying to leave Americans with to foot the bill, but they haven't been built up. The people haven't been given any, like Ward versus Kovalev. I think the fight should have did even better, but at least the fight was anticipated because everybody in America know who Kovalev is. So it's not a matter of you have to be from America. That's not the case at all. Because Marco Antonio Barrera and Prince Nassim was a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Americans wanted to see that. A UK guy and a guy from Mexico. But that's because they had both been built up. We had been seeing Prince Nassim on HBO and watched Barrera's fights. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But as far as Canelo, I just don't think these numbers are extraordinary. considering that it's Cinco de Mayo. You have a Mexican fighter on Cinco de Mayo weekend, and what I thought was a big fight and unification, something is not clicking. Like the promotion could have been better, which I told you. Um, I don't know, but the scary thing is this: if if Jacobs, you get what I'm saying? If Jacobs Canelo unification didn't do like, in my opinion, extraordinary numbers for what we've seen from Canelo, then what is Andre gonna do? You know, is it gonna do significantly greater? Like, what fight can happen? You get what I'm saying? Like, who can Canelo fight? So now it leads me to believe that they're gonna try to push the issue and make Canelo Triple G Part 3 because they think that's the most ready-made fight, and they're gonna want to start, you know, having events that they feel are more profitable. So to me, with these type of numbers, I wouldn't be shocked if Canelo fights Triple G. I really wouldn't. And I really don't even want to see that. But I can imagine they probably think that's the type of fight that people want to see. But things, I'm telling you, they should have put Triple G in there with Andre. See, that's what I'm saying. People, listen, I really feel this, man. I feel like people don't care. Like, I mean, people care. Like, you have man fans, but people want to see good fights. Like, I don't see anybody mad at Julian J. Rock Williams. Hurd had some fans. He was growing. He was a unified champion. I know some people who's fucking with Hurd, but they're giving J. Rock his props. You know, we got to bring boxing back to its essence. You know, it's his essence. I'm I like when things I didn't expect happen in boxing. I really do. I really like them. I like when these little things happen because it just, it shakes up the matrix or whatever. You know, it's that ripple in the pond. Like, oh shit, J Rock was coming. You know, so those things can be good for boxing. So if Triple G beat Andre and there was a pleasant surprise, or if Andre upset you, then let's see it. But Triple G fighting Steve, like, whatever. I've been giving the zone free game on my videos. All you have to do is listen to them. This is the worst thing. Triple G, see, I'm trying to tell you guys, smash the like button. These companies have to understand this. These fights that no one's like, I'm not talking about just like stay busy fights or if someone's coming off a knockout loss, but these fights that absolutely don't need to happen with the big stars, and that are met with the most resistance. These companies don't realize it. You doing it, you're doing more damage. You're doing more damage than than benefit. For example, Triple G versus Rolls. If he destroys Rolls, people see that's why. He fought him at a catchweight. That's why they want to see this. That's what they will say. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, man, this is exactly why they want to see this mismatch bullshit. No surprises. Or Steve Rolls is better than we thought, or because we didn't know who he was, he come and give Golovkin a tough challenge, and then that'll be bad. So it's like it's really not a real benefit. Shout out to David Turner, $5 super chat. I feel it's all about the money now. In the '90s, everyone used to fight everyone. Well, yeah, because you have people in suits and promoters and networks. Like, you had a network and company and Top Rank and ESPN that cock blocked Wilder Fury 2 that everyone wanted to see. Instead of just saying, like, they could have easily just been a part of a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, we're working with Fury now. So now ESPN Showtime is putting this on. So they could have just got in on the party and got some money from it. But instead, what do? They ruined it. Now they're talking about Fury needs two tune-ups. It's hurting. It's hurting Fury's image. He keep talking about everybody needs to do all this because he's the lineal king. Nobody believes that. Why is anyone? You don't even have like a real belt and shit like that. He Tyson Fury is like sounding like Al Bundy that one time at Polk High. He's talking about the Klitschko win. First of all, the Klitschko fight, if we're really just keeping it a buck, I give him props for beating Klitschko, but the shit was boring. That's not even something that you want to just keep bringing up like that. Like it ain't no J Rock Hurd type of performance where you just went out there and dogged the bigger man. Like Klitschko versus Fury was very forgettable. I have never went back and watched that fight, nor had the desire to. And this is what Tyson Fury just keeps talking about. I beat Klitschko, and like we're we're teetering on like probably 4 years that fight happened. Klitschko's retired. He's done. Jonathan Banks said he's not coming back, and this is all he's talking about is how he's the lineal champ, and good luck with that. Good luck with that. But these fights like that, it does more. It does more. I don't think it does more good at all. Like like I said, if Triple G blows out Steve Rolls out the water, then people will be like, "Told you it's gonna be a mismatch." Or if he struggles with him, then that's bad too. So how does he really win? People try to make and see this. You notice the difference between new media and versus Mikey. No, he's not. Even though Mikey was coming up one weight class, 1 to 2 weight class, whatever you want to label it as, even though he had fights at 140, everybody knew the quality of Mikey. Everybody knew Mikey had fought bigger guys and was a beast. So that's not even the same. This Steve Rolls, nobody knows who he is. Nobody's really. I ain't never heard no one ever mention a Steve Rolls fight prior to this. So that's different. See, I told you, old media wants to be like us. They want to have points like us, but they start comparing stuff that we would never think to compare. But yeah, these fights don't really do much because either you're gonna look mediocre against him, and then you get criticized for looking lackluster or losing to him, or you blow him out of the water like Vanes Martirosyan, and then people were like, "What the fuck?" I was at that fight, Triple G Vanes Martirosyan. They're like, "Man, that shit was a waste of time." People were saying stuff like that as they were leaving the StubHub. So that's that. But anyway, these Canelo numbers, I don't know. They don't sound too. It sounds like DAZN's upside down. It really does. And people keep coming. Old media keeps coming up all these comparisons. Oh yeah, what about Charlo's numbers? Like Charlo don't have nothing to do with Canelo's numbers being reported, and beyond all of that, Charlo's not getting paid $35 million. That that just seems like excessive. Like I'm not mad. They can give Canelo $80 million. That's they're gonna have to justify that. I don't lose money, so it don't hurt me. I'm just telling you from the outside looking in, if his event did 8.6 million, sold 15,000 tickets, 600 streams concurrently, whatever number that boils down to, on unique accounts, not like multiple accounts running the stream at the same time. But he's done better numbers on the pay-per-view. That's all. Listen, if anyone tries to argue, that's all you have to revert them to. That's all you have to revert them to. The bottom line is DAZN is by and large cheaper because they're trying to stand their ground and get rid of pay-per-view. So it's cheaper than pay-per-view. Yet Canelo has done a lot better numbers on pay-per-view. His better fights on pay-per-view have done better. That's all that you need to know. At a $75 price point, $80 price point, or whatever, he's done better numbers. So that's scary. That's a scary proposition. It's a very scary proposition. That means something's not clicking. People, the fact that it's on the app and it's not being promoted the same, the fact that it's on the app right now, people aren't resonating with that, but something is not adding up. Because, okay, put it this way. Let's say I had a daughter, right? Let's say I had a daughter. Let's say I had a daughter who was a Girl Scout, and she was selling Girl Scout cookies to a certain, to the neighborhood, and she was selling them for $80, and she was killing the game, selling the Girl Scout cookies for $80, right? Selling out every time and replenishing and selling out. And then she has the same Girl Scout cookies, equivalent cookies, and then later on, she doesn't, she doesn't, I don't know. Let's say she leaves the Girl Scouts and she joins another, like Sailor Moon Club or some shit, and she's selling cookies that are pretty comparable, blah blah blah. But this, these cookies are a lot cheaper than $80, right? These cookies are $9 to $20, and they're not selling. What does that show you? So when she was with the Girl Scouts at a higher price point, she sold at $80 a pop. She was selling all these Girl Scout cookies. Then she quits the Girl Scouts, joins the Sailor Moon Club, and sells what she's saying is comparable cookies, and the price is more affordable. But she's not selling out the same amounts that she was doing. Man, YouTube be hating sometimes. Can y'all hear me? I don't know. Right at the end of my analogy, this shit got messed up. Anyway, that has to equate to something. When she was with the Girl Scouts, she was selling through the cookies at a higher price point. When she dropped the Girl Scouts and came out with equivalent cookies, but it was with a different brand, imprint, Sailor Moon Club, they were cheaper, more affordable, and she wasn't selling out like crazy. So the same person, that has to mean something. Because like, okay, let's say Jordan's my friend, my partner, he's a sneakerhead. He always gets the Jordans. So let's say the Concords come out, and let's say they cost $200. If he can get the same exact Concord, not no knockoffs, and they drop the price to $110 or $89, if he was willing to buy them for 200, why would he not buy them for 89? Same exact shoes, brand new condition. Something doesn't add up with that. So anytime anyone says anything, refer them back to this very point. Canelo at a higher price point. They keep saying pay-per-view is dead, but under the pay-per-view model, Canelo has had more impressive numbers. Canelo has now had two fights with the zone, and the numbers haven't, at a cheaper price point, have not done better than what he did at a higher price point elsewhere. How is that possible? Especially when Jacobs was a good fight. That's a fight people wanted to see. So I thought something is not adding up. Something is not adding up here. So, as I told you, I would have stopped all that pay-per-views dead and all that. You know, like if my barber, let's say the barber haircut was $25, and then they say, oh, I'll give you the same haircut for 15. I mean, if they were doing haircuts at 25, then now that it's $10 cheaper, everyone would want one. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Bottom line is if you have a if you have a product that everyone's supposed to like, and then you reduce the price, why do you think they have Sunday sales? Why do you have weekly ads in the Sunday paper? What's the point of that? Okay, so for this particular week, you could get this PlayStation game instead of full price, save $10. You can get this 4K smart TV instead of it being $8.99. You can get it for $7.49. Right? That's why you have Sunday ads. That's why you have weekly ads. So Dazn said they killing the game and pay-per-view is dead. They've dropped the price, yet they haven't increased the profit. They haven't done better numbers than what Canelo was doing at a higher price point. That can't be overlooked. Canelo fought Julio Cesar Chavez, which was a less meaningful fight at a catchweight. I understand it's two Mexican fighters, but still. And then that did over 1 million at 75 a pop. So you tell me how DAZN is winning off the Fielding fight and and Jacobs fight, especially when they're actually paying him equivalent or more, probably more. DAZN killing pay-per-view, PBC pay-per-view, no contest. Yeah, no one believes you. That's why you're saying that. I'm telling you, you guys can say whatever you want. Nick hanging on to something. Bro, this is pure and utter desperation. Bro, like honestly, just look at look at the traffic that people got after the Canelo Jacobs fight. Bro, when a fight's big, man, after Broner Pacquiao, people's videos were like growing crazy. Julian J. Rock Williams, people got viral videos. Like after Canelo Jacobs, I'm telling you, I know this from as I'm a daily YouTuber, bro. After certain fights, Ward Kovalev and shit, that shit be going dumb. The views be going dumb. After Canelo Jacobs, the views didn't go like crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? It's probably a combination of things. You know, some people didn't watch the fight, but also how the fight played out. I'm telling you, I seen more people talking about J Rock beating Hurd and like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Broner Pacquiao, people were talking about, oh, I beat that boy. But y'all could believe whatever y'all want. It's cool. We ain't pressed about it. I just sleep. The highlight video of Hurd versus J Rock was number 10 on the trending on Sunday. That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing. DAZN trying to do highlight videos and right after the fight, that gives people another reason when they do stuff like that. It gives people a whole nother reason why they're like, man, I could just wait 20 minutes. You gonna upload highlights of the Jacobs fight. So I never understood that marketing strategy either. Ronald Finkley had enough of him. Ronald Finkley had enough of him. These boys, wow, they're bro. You know what they doing? They lying. That's why they come to my shit, cause they don't got nowhere to go. All they safe haven channels is dead and gone. Not making videos, not making money. They know where to come. They come to my shit. We get paid either way though, so it's all good. Yeah, bro. I mean, It's not even. This is like child abuse, to be honest. It's not even like. It's not even like a competition anymore. This shit is like really like child abuse. Like you see, old media, all the stuff that they saying is just ridiculous. Switching the subject, deflecting, saying stupid stuff. I didn't know. I mean, I knew we was leading the pack, but I didn't know we was destroying it like that. Like, they, they don't even know what to say. But like I said, just listen. Just listen to the content, what we put out, and the narratives that they try to push. I told you, Canelo is not who you want him to be. Fact. I told you he's not Mayweather. He's not James Toney and all that. And that's probably why his fights even though he's a Mexican fighter on a Mexican American holiday, that's probably one of the reasons why it's not being embraced because I keep telling you, when Floyd fought, he had fans and he had haters. But even the haters knew how good he was. So you didn't miss a Floyd Mayweather fight because, you know, can this person beat him? Can this person trouble him? Can he get knocked down? You paid because you knew he was that good. With Canelo, he's really good, but he arguably has more than one loss. You get what I'm saying? He arguably has more than one loss. So he doesn't have that type of he doesn't have that type of aura. Like, oh, can anyone beat him? Because Mayweather beat him. A lot of people think Triple G beat him in the first fight. A lot of people think Lotta beat him. People think the Austin Trout fight was close. Do you get what I'm saying? So it doesn't have that same hold on. Like it doesn't have that same mystery, you know. And I think a lot. I do think a lot. Like a lot of people are turned off with the feeling like you have to knock Canelo out to beat him. Do you get what I'm saying? I think between the rehydration clauses and catch weights and fighting smaller guys and those prima donna type things, advantages, A sides and all that, people feel like, oh man, you gotta knock Canelo out to beat him. So I think that's another reason that hurt. We know Floyd won on skill. Floyd didn't have several fights where he needed false judges. You know, you don't have as many fights like that where you're like, man, the judges are paid. Al Heyman paid it. You don't have hella fights like that, bro. But Canelo has some questionable scorecards for sure. You heard Daniel Jacobs talking about it. He said Canelo ducking Jacobs for you, Andre for you. But listen, this has to be something of concern. Really look at it. Andrade is dope. He's a good fighter. I like that fight. I personally like that fight. But Andrade, his career for a portion of time was kind of mismanaged, where he wasn't becoming his true star. because he wasn't fighting often enough. He wasn't getting the big fights. So if Canelo fights Andre next, I don't know that it would do better than Jacobs. I like the fight, but again, I'm talking about to get record-breaking numbers and stuff. It has to be more than just like like the movie Get Out. Jordan Peele. It had like a predominantly like black cast or a lot of black actors in it. But that's not a. It's not a. You have to transcend just African Americans to be that successful. Do you get what I'm saying? There's like Tupac, the movie Get Out, Black Panther. There's no way Black Panther, the Marvel movie, sold as much as it sold, hit 1 billion and all this stuff just off of black people. You know, there's no way Tupac sold all these records just off of black people. That's not how that works. That means you're hitting other marks, you're hitting other markets, you're hitting other demographics, you're transcending just, you know, maybe your race or ethnicity. So when it comes to Android and Canelo, I don't know. I don't know that the fight. I like the fight because I've been wanting to see it since '54, but I don't know that Android has such a big profile where it's like 10 times bigger than Jacobs to the point where it would do much better numbers. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. If people perceive Android as more of a threat than Jacobs, I don't know. But I think they'll try to make the Triple G fight. Black people are icky, blocked. Ronald Finkley, he's straight to the business. Yeah, we could tell you black, you ain't black. That motherfucker say icky. Who says that? That's over the age of 4. Icky? Ewy, you're icky. Pu. Who talks like that? We know you ain't black. Talking about icky. Icky Azalea looking ass. Let me go see if my room's ready, bro. These motherfuckers. Yeah, that sticky icky. Real sticky icky. Oh, wait. This dude, motherfucker say icky. I can't argue with no one like that. You're icky, man. Stay on the stream. Man, I need to sleep, bro. I need that room. I ain't slept, bro. Nah, we've done our job. I just don't think Canelo's numbers are colossal. Canelo and Jacobs. In old media, they could say whatever, but that's not a good sign because, like I said, who is he gonna fight? Who is he gonna fight? That that puts up better numbers. I guess Triple G. That's what they feel, but I don't know. Coming off the Steve Rolls, because Triple G, when he was at the Canelo Jacobs fight, they showed him on the jumbotron. He was getting booed. So I don't think people. I think they're overstating the popularity of Triple G and as it relates Canelo Triple G3. They think because HBO did a mil plus 2 times with that fight and did these live gates that's what it's gonna be. But things change. Triple G already lost, and I thought he lost convincingly. So it's already a different fight. After the first one, I thought Triple G won, you know, but some people had it a draw. Some people even had Canelo winning. So I can understand the second one doing better. But Canelo came, like, it doesn't seem like it suits Triple G for a third fight anyway. You know, it seemed like, okay, Triple G hasn't knocked Canelo down. He hasn't been able to knock him out, knock him down. And he's getting older. He's 37, you know. And it's not that 37 is the oldest, but 37 with how he fights. Canelo, usually wins on the judges' scorecards. So, what is Triple G gonna really do? Like, what new wrinkles is he gonna just show? Is he gonna come out? He has a new trainer. We don't know how that's gonna go. It just doesn't really. I don't want to see it. Triple G might get stopped. He might get stopped by Canelo. I just don't see what he's gonna do drastically different that he couldn't do in 24 rounds. You know, you had 24 rounds to do something when you were, a couple years younger. You had Abel Sanchez in this alleged Mexican style, and you still came up short. So now with this new trainer, I mean, more time. What are you gonna do now? With the main event. Anyway, I'm about to check in my room. I'll be back with some more heat. I'm in Brooklyn, so we should have some good streams, good content this week. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Should be going down today or this week. Yeah, I need to sleep, bro. I'm hella tired, man. I hope I can wake up in time for this Wilder shit. If not, I'll just go tomorrow.